Now, point 2 is it says life requires a combination for success. Okay? Life is a combination. It's like a big lock. It's a big, life is a big safe. And in it there's success, and there's just a combination to it. It's not that hard, right? If you want to get rich, just study the lives of wealthy people and do what they did, and you're done. It's not that hard, right? I mean, how many, let me ask you this, this is a good question. This called me out a few years ago. I used to dress like a sloth. You know that guy that like eats on forest thing? You know, the animal, the sloth. I used to dress like a sloth, looked like a sloth, you know, had the double hoop earring. I was feeling cool, but I just was poor, okay? So anyway, feeling cool, looking like a sloth. The people you hang out with, that you have these problems with, these people that, you know, steal stuff from you and do various things to you and stuff, they look like you. You understand what I'm saying? They want to be with you because you're their familiarity. You guys ever been to like church, or you ever been to like a youth group? You'll see like all the white kids over here, all the black kids over here, all the Mexican kids over here, all the rich kids over here. You know, because people attract to each other. Whether you like it or not, people just attract each other. Okay, that's the thing about diversity. You got to mix it up a little bit. Okay, but like attracts like. So what I'm getting at here is, if you dress and act and think poor, you will be poor. You know what I'm saying? So if you dress poor, why would I want to give you a business loan if you came to me dressed poor? Why, you know what I'm saying? Why would I want to do that? So you got to think, look at the combination and do what they do. So let's choose a profession. If you wanted to start a, start a company that did some sort of public speaking, what would be the best way to get that off the ground? Can someone tell me where you'd start? If you start a public speaking company, you wanted to book yourselves as a motivational speaker, how would you start? Anybody? Anybody here?
Try to accredit yourself.
Try to accredit yourself?
Make you seem worthwhile.
Would it make sense to go on YouTube and maybe watch the best speakers in the world and just kind of try to copy what they did? Maybe try to do what they do and then try to maybe improve upon it, you know? Would it, or if anybody here, does anybody here play sports still? You played any college sports or anything? Or anybody here play baseball in college or high school? Baseball? Anybody here? Baseball. Would it make sense for you to try to like develop your own pitching, like sidearm, underhand, weird concoction like thing? Or would it make more sense to look at an established pitcher and kind of copy his form? You know, so I'm getting at is just look at the combination for the career you want to get to. If you want to get into real estate, there's a guy in Tulsa named Daryl Baskin. He is a phenomenally successful real estate developer. He went to ORU where I went. He will tell you anything. He won't charge you. He just likes to help people out. But studying him, you're going to get a lot farther ahead than you would if you go to like every seminar in the world and read every book, because you just want to study someone who did it, you know? And, okay, so again, you got to realize life has kind of a combination to it. The third thing is that you have to understand if you can conceive it, you can achieve it. Okay? If you can conceive it, you can achieve it. Problem is that most people don't conceive it, and why don't they conceive it? And it's probably not their fault in a lot of cases. What keeps you from taking time, like in this class, to sit down and think? For those of you who wrote down what you want to do, and this is the first time you've done this for years, I don't know why, but why was it the first time you wrote it down? For anybody who wrote it down for the first time today, what you wanted to do and why. Why was it the first time? Anybody? Anybody? Why do people take... Henry Ford said that thinking is the hardest thing there is to do. That's why so few people do it. Okay? Seriously, what does that mean though? What would keep you from sitting down and dreaming and coming up with a big plan? What would keep you from doing that?
Scared of failure.
There you go. Scared of failure. So write that down. Fear of failure is one problem. Fear of failure is one problem. Could sarcasm be a problem? Like, you know, and people criticize, right? So when you criticize somebody and you throw out sarcasm, what does it do to them? It kind of takes down your self-confidence, right? And you kind of go down and you kind of get, you know. But what do you say about the guy who's upright and he's super confident? We kind of say he's cocky, he's stuck up, he's had his head in the clouds, whatever, right? And so what I'm getting at is that you got to be careful to guard yourself against fear, but also guard yourself against sarcasm and negativity, and be super careful that you don't do it to somebody else. Because if you kill my dreams, in my opinion, that's the worst thing you could do. I mean, I know you go to jail for a long time for rape and murder, but I think killing someone's dreams is right up there. Because parents that make fun of their kids, that's a weird thing to do. Your kids are going to grow up weird. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever seen parents at Walmart, you chewing out their kids, telling them they're idiots and stuff, and they're like 4? You ever seen this? Makes me want to punch them. You know? I've got 2 kids. I have one on the way. You know, and I would adopt America if I could afford it. But it's just a deal where I see these parents and I'm like, you guys, you are some crappy humans. You know? But how dare you criticize a kid? You know what I'm saying? How dare you do that? Because it kills their dreams. So what I'm saying is in this class today, if you can, just for maybe one day, I don't know if you, my goal is to maybe have 2 people that this resonates with today. take your goals and rekindle those dreams. Napoleon Hill, who wrote this book, Think and Grow Rich. By the way, if you read this book, it's the best book in the world ever. I don't get paid to endorse it, I just bring it because it makes me feel special. It was written like in the 1920s. Andrew Carnegie commanded that, or helped to finance this book. There it is, Think and Grow Rich. But Carnegie wanted to get these principles out to people because he believed that these things were really important, and that's kind of what I'm teaching from today.